Previously on Euro Truck Simulator 2.
Rechts ab.
Actually, didn't realise how hoarse my throat was. I'm struggling a little bit with the with my usual chatting. To be honest, it's a little. Oh God, just missed it. I can go this way though. I can go round in a circle. Go round in a circle. It'll be fine. Yeah, there you go. It says yes. Computer says yes. Hello and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. I don't know why I said it. Hello! I don't know why I was doing that. No idea. Anyway, hello, welcome back. It's me. Oh, do you know something? My brain. Anyway, let's just start with the fact that I've got coffee. So let's start with the important things. Let's have a quick sip of coffee. That might help with the introductions and things. So I was kind of on a little bit of a mission. We'd restarted sort of wandering around Europe aimlessly, as I do. And what I was trying to do is I was trying to get to Turin so that I could get. I'm assuming I'm right. Which dealer is it? Does it say? Is it dealer there, or am I in the wrong place? Sure, it was Turin. Was the there's a truck dealership there. Pretty sure that is. Let me have a look at the. Let's look at the truck dealer's map. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Turin. That's the. That's where we want to get to. Basically, I want to get to Turin so I can buy a new Iveco. So I'm going to go with the lowest one. As Hatman pointed out in the comments just the other day that the low end Ivecos are 310 horsepower, which is a lot of power at all. So this could be quite interesting getting one of these. But hey, it's fun. It's one of those things, isn't it? We've got to give it a try. We've got back to the days of when I initially started doing these videos. God. It must be 5 years now that I've been doing the sort of running around Europe like an idiot. Oh, wow. There's one in Italy, in Milan, I've not been to. You've got to be kidding. Where in Milan have I not been? It doesn't surprise me, you know. Where's the one in Milan? Right there. My God, I haven't been to that garage either. There's a dealership there, and I've not been to it. So that's the first thing. We're going to definitely have a look over there. Wow, that one in the middle of that must be a really high money one. That one, amazing, really. I bet that one makes a fortune. That one in the middle of Milan, because there's loads of opportunity there to do jobs. Right. Okay. Anyway, that's an aside. Let's find a freight market thing that takes us to Turin. Turin, come on, Turin. There's one right there. Boom. Perfect. That's what we want. A little short journey. Straight over there. 177 kilometres. 245 minutes. Wow. Right. Okay. Let's set up. There's a more expensive one. No. That will do. That's the one though. That's the one we want. So we'll go with that one. Okay. Excellent. I think you can drive the truck now if you actually get there on time. Look at the time, though. Look at the time. So it's Friday, 11:49 at the bottom of the screen there. So I'm assuming that's maybe not the time. Yes, it is the actual time. I wasn't sure for a second there. I don't know why I didn't feel. I don't know why I sort of doubted myself. Anyway, so let's get away from the murder hotel. Nothing wrong with a good murder hotel. Even the truck driver's left. The one that was there. Trucker. Actually got followed on Twitter by a real trucker who plays Euro Truck Simulator 2. Actually, I was quite flattered. It's like I always feel quite flattered when somebody actually does the job, follows me. It's one of those things. It's always quite flattering, isn't it? Somebody actually doing the real job of being a truck driver, and there's me sort of playing at being a truck driver. I'm going to be a bit obsessed this week about the detail of the game because I think I don't know if I told you this previously. I might have done, I might not have done. My original monitor that I used, which was a sort of television combination thing, very good for retro games. Very weird size though, 26 inch and then a really large bezel on the edge of it. So the sides of it were really large. Went pop, I I kind of had to find a replacement. So I've got a large screen, but it's got HDR, so it's like really bright. It makes everything look. Well, to me right now, that water down there, it's like as blue as it comes. It's like the ocean down there. It's like being in the Caribbean. So I'm going to be a bit obsessed by detail this week because it just kind of brings everything out. And that, and it's a bigger screen. I can actually read the things at the bottom there. This is just because I'm old and my eyes aren't so good. So I can actually read what's in the display. And I just realised how nice the displays are and how nice a lot of things are in this game. I actually got another one exactly the same as the other screen. I ordered it from eBay because they don't make them anymore. And it's arrived and it's been beautifully packed, lovely. But I've said to my wife I can't change it now. I rather like the new bigger screen. I can actually see what's going on. I can see the fluff on the dice, for instance. So yeah, I've had to change back. Right, okay. So let's not do this yet. Let's get a little bit over towards our target there, our destination. Look at there it is. There's the one we want, right over there. A market thing. It was unused paper or something like that we were doing. Something like that. I think that's what it was. It was used paper. Anyway, so back of the truck, we have that horseshoe-shaped thing. That is the fifth wheel, and we have to hit that into the pin, which you can probably see dangling down. Oh, on one of these trucks. Basically, it's we have to latch the two things together because, well, that's what we need to do. We need to put the two things together so that we can make them do it. Now I've got the advanced coupling on. This was suggested to me very early on by Mark Middleton. Hi Mark, how you doing? And Mark suggested this very early on. It basically adds a lovely layer into the game of where. See, I managed to get it there. You actually saw the truck moving because it basically pulled as you put the trailer in. I'm getting quite good at it, by the way. You've got to admit, I'm quite good at this now. But basically adds an air of realism because you actually have to hit those two things together. If you don't, and you've just got a normal, you basically don't get that lovely sort of experience of sort of, you just basically just dump it in and it works. So that's my iceberg truck. I'm going to push this button like that because it's cool. Iceberg truck. Just trying to get a good shot of it, hiding through the... Yeah, you can't really get a good shot of that, hiding through there. I'll do anyway. Right, okay, 177 kilometres. Now that is real. I want to talk about this 177 kilometres. Nothing particularly exciting, other than the fact that recently I was asked to deal with an industrial... label printer, of all things, an industrial label printer, and that industrial label printer, when I checked the settings because it was faulty, it wasn't working. It's been in service for about 10 years. Had done 244 kilometres of printing. Let that sink in. This is 177, so it's further than this journey between Milan and Turin. Right. Yeah, long way. Anyway, down in the bottom right-hand corner, we've got our GPS, and that's got our speed, and I'm on the wrong side of the road. Got our speed, which is 35 kilometres an hour. Then we've got the little gear we're in, which is automatic 8, followed by the truck damage itself, which is very low for a change, followed by the fuel, which is plenty full, because we've done a heavy load again, I think, the other week, and because we do a heavy load, they tend to fill you right up again. Then we've got, can we pull right over, trying to block the road. Literally on top of this here. There we go. Anyway, then we've got the bed, which slowly goes. Bitte
links halten.
Need to be on this one. Yes, Helga. Slowly goes blue, then finally goes red, and then I cry a lot because usually what ends up happening is we crash. It's always taken to the limit, always the way with me when it comes to the longer journeys. It seems that anything that's over sort of 7 hours long, turn off the indicator, is going to be a bit of a journey. I can't hear any music. I've definitely turned the radio on again. Weird. Anyway, yes, so we basically goes red, and then we start to sleep at the wheel, which is really quite nice actually. I quite like that. I know so few people turn off the fatigue, as it's called. I like to think of it as the legal driving time rather than fatigue, because I'm sure some people can sustain at least a level of work beyond that sort of 12 hours I think it is that you can drive for. Or is it 10 hours in this game? I think it's 10 hours actually that you could drive for, but you're usually very tired. Anyway, the envelope is sadly underused. If you want to really see it used, look at the first 10 episodes of any of the truck driving simulator games that I've done. So American Truck Simulator, Euro Truck Simulator. If you have a look at the beginning of those first 10 episodes, it just kind of shows what it does, and basically pings up about missions and places to go and all the other bits and pieces. So it's not the most exciting of things. It's really underused. It's I say it every time. It's really underused. It should have special missions, special transports and things like that, but I think they save them for the World of Trucks Online. So I guess that's the way to get you online. But you don't pay for that, I don't think, do you, World of Trucks? So it's kind of a bit an odd one, realistically. If you maybe there should be a DLC for it. There you go. Not quite a season pass, but maybe a yearly thing. A DLC for the year. Push the button and you get additional special missions in Italy or something like that. I don't know. I'm speculating. I'm making an idea up here that may or may not work. That was a very bad bit of driving there. Okay, onto our first toll gate. So then we've got the time, which is 12:39 in the AM. Well, 12:39 in the PM, should I say? And then we've got below that a little red flag, which is our waypoint. And we basically are going to get in at 2:47 PM. After a 2-hour journey, so 133 kilometers to go still. Quite a long way. Long way. Wow. That 244 kilometers, it becomes even more interesting when you realise that one label is 11 inches long. So a lot of printing. Or 11 inches, what's that in centimetres? About just under 30 centimetres. Amazing, really. Anyway, on we go. I've still got the, of course, I've still got the cruise, what's it called? The cruise control, the automatic cruise control. I would assume that maybe they've turned it on because this truck would by default have it. Don't know. We have action. We have cars doing weird things on the road. We'll go past the police car. Very weird. Right, okay. Strange behaviour on the road. Maybe tried to overtake and didn't get there. Torino. Is that how they pronounce it? Not Turin. So confusing. Or is it the same place, a different place? The world is weird, isn't it? I think it depends on the country you live in. It depends on whether or not you've got repeated places. It's like in the US, of course. They've got thousands of Springfields. I know of at least one though in the UK, just over the border in Scotland. There's a Springfield. But like Homer Simpson lives in, there's thousands of them. But they chose it for that reason, didn't they? They chose it because there's thousands of them. It could be anywhere. Springfield, USA, in the sense of the it could be literally anybody, because they could be anywhere in the United States, because literally it is Springfield. Didn't they do a competition as well to watch the movie in the when they did one of the movies? I think there's lots of movies, haven't they? Did a movies. It was a movie, and they did a competition. Look at Combine Harvester. I've got a brand new Combine Harvester. Anyway, yeah, they did a competition to see if people wanted to watch it, and then people from Springfield had to enter the competition so they could have a preview in Springfield. Kind of like that. That's kind of cool, because of course with thousands of them, it wasn't like a little closed competition. It was quite a large competition as a result. I hope you've all got a beverage. I hope you're all drinking a cup of coffee or something similar. I'm enjoying my coffee this morning. Another busy week. Lots gone on. Hope you've had a good week. Oh, here we go. I can tell. You know when you get the feeling they're all not going to behave themselves here. That's not so bad actually. I thought it was going to be worse than that. But you know what? It looks so good with HDR on this. Everything's the red's really red, the orange is really orange, the sky's really, really sort of. It's amazing, really. I can't. Watch it on an HDR telly. That's the answer. Or an HDR mobile phone, whatever you watch it on. Never asked that question before. What's people mostly watch this on? Are we watching it mostly on our mobile devices? I think people do. I think people take the opportunity to watch it on the mobile devices where it's convenient rather than necessarily sticking it on the television. I don't think it really happens that. I think it's only my wife who does that. She likes watching YouTube. We've got a small television in the bedroom. She insisted that weren't allowed a telly in the bedroom for years and years and years and years and years and years. And then one day my son grew old enough that he required access to the television, which is perfectly reasonable. You know, he wanted to watch television, but he didn't want to watch it in his room. So he had a little one in his room, but he didn't want to watch it there. He wanted to watch it downstairs on the big television. I can understand that. You know, he wants 40 plus inches, or he wasn't happy. So he would watch the telly, and my wife was like, well, where am I gonna go? And she's got a little she's got a telly with just a DVD player at the bottom of our garden. We've got a little I call it summer house, but it's only about 6 feet by about 5 or 6 feet or something like that. So it's a little square box with glass on it. We paid a couple of £1,000 years ago for it. Not hugely expensive. But we got power put into it years later, and meant we could put a little telly in there, so she could have a little DVD player, and old school DVD player and a little telly, so she can watch in there. But of course, I think I can go in that one. No, it's shut. Red light on the top. They're taking their time. Anyway, so she's got a little player in there. Anyway, so but she didn't want to go outside because it's dark, it's night, and all this kind of stuff. And so it's not far from the house, but it's still dark. So she didn't want to do that. So she wanted to watch something else. So I got a TV bracket for the these. It's a brilliant thing about flipping heck, I didn't realise I'd done this. Right, watching the mirror at the top. Pay my euros. Away we go. I thought it was one of the auto telepass ones. You probably all noticed that. Anyway, so I got one of those little brackets you can get nowadays, because little modern tellies are nothing like the old ones. When they were old sort of CRT ones, really, really heavy, weighed about a ton. I've actually got one of those, by the way, for retro gaming. So I play light gun games. But anyway, they last like forever. Mine's 30 plus years old, my little telly. It's still brilliant. But anyway, that's aside. But modern day tellies are so light. So I've got a little bracket and mounted one in the bedroom for her. So and with the Wi-Fi, of course, in the house, you can always get onto things like Netflix and Amazon and things like that. But she also watches YouTube. It's bizarre, Got subscriptions for things like Netflix and Amazon. I've done for years because I've got her a bargain rate because I was one of the first sort of subscribers to it. So and they haven't really come back and said we pay more money. So I'm all right with that. I'm quite happy with them. We're not paying more money, so I'm refused to sort of to turn it off. I don't watch it as much as I used to. Actually, I'm quite disappointed by my watching. I probably do watch more YouTube, but she watches it on the television basically. So there's on some people obviously watch it on computers and other things like that. Just find it really interesting. I do know that it is mostly mobile. You get lots of stats from things like YouTube and all that about how people are watching it, but it is quite amazing though to realise. But anyway, how's your week been though? I haven't asked. How's your week been? I mean, mine's been busy as I said, but how's your week? Have you had a busy week yourselves? Are you all busy? Exciting things happened? Anything truck related? Loads of Turner trucks recently. Absolutely loads of them. It's like everywhere. Turner, I think there's one called Milliken, or something similar. Has got a very similar styling in their art on their trucks. So the orange lines going across, those 3 orange bars. We're going to have a little look at this when we get this Iveco here. I'm trying to think of a company locally that uses it. I know that what used to be the Eddie Stobart thing, is it the Cullen Group now? Collina Group? I think they're Dutch, aren't they? They stuck with DAF, but of course DAF is Dutch, so kind of makes sense that they stuck with that, because that's why I think mostly the Eddie Stobart stuff was DAF originally. I think. May be wrong. Some dodgy driving going on in front of me. Just pulling across. Right, here we go. We're coming up to our destination. It's Friday, 3 o'clock. If we can get this done quickly, we should have enough. We're right next door. By the way, I can see in the map down below, purple. We're right next door to the Iveco garage. So if we get this done quickly, we can get ourselves a truck before the end of Friday, because we're literally going to buy a truck before Friday finishes. Awesome. Can't beat that. Because you got to go between 8 and 6 p.m. Monday to Friday. We have 3 hours to get this sorted. No way, they just drive in front of you. They just don't care, do they? There's a cell plan. Cell plan's headquarters. I do like the companies in this. Can I be a company in it? I wish that would be nice. I'd like to be a company in it. Not sure they'd use the word demon though, would they? I don't know. I'd quite like to create a company. They should do competitions on this, you know. Oh, traffic light fences, because I waited too long because I was gabbing. No, but they must do. It would be nice, wouldn't it, if they did a competition to become a company in the game? That would be awesome. That'd be really awesome. You know, if they're doing the new one, you can become a company in it. That would be a cool competition. I'm now like well impressed by that as an idea for a competition. Look at the water moving around in the truck. Right, where are we parking? Right in front of us, apparently. Yep. Right, let's have a look at this yard first. So we got lots of space to manoeuvre in, so we're going to use the yard space to help us here. I'm going to go that way a bit, because then we can swing the background of the truck. Brilliant mirrors, by the way, on these things. Really good mirrors. Lovely big mirrors. See, I'm straightening out the truck here. Old trailer, should say. I'll go over here. See, this Mark suggested this to me early on in the game, that you look at your environment, work out what kind of space you've got. I know it doesn't always apply. Sometimes I'm utterly rubbish at doing this. But if you look at your space and your environment you're in, you can kind of get yourself positioned nicely to do what you need to do. I know I can't see. Should be looking in that mirror over here, but I am really rubbish at this. Try it. You think it would be better by now, but anyway. So I end up shunting a bit in the park because I can't see quite what I want to see. There we go. Right, that's fine. This will suit me anyway because I can shunt it this way. I saw little what was it on this game the other week? I think there was little yard shunting trucks, wasn't there? They were a thing. Indicators. I keep forgetting to put the hazard lights on. Apologies. Bobster keeps telling me about that and I keep forgetting. Bobster was also the one suggesting that I got rid of the central mirrors, the easy the baby option for mirrors. Yeah, I'll take that. That's not bad. I'll take that. It's not a bad one. Right, let's go get ourselves a nice Iveco truck though. 3 hours and 17 minutes of driving for 178 kilometres. Not going to get king of the road quite yet, but 4,000 will do. A little bit of money in the bank. Let's go find the world map now. Let's target our location, which is there. Let's go there. Oh, it's not far away. It's 2 minutes. Less than 500 metres. We are good to go. Let us get out of here. There we go. There's a yum truck. Yum.
Biege nach rechts ab.
There we go.
Demnächst links abbiegen.
Oh, big bridge there.
Links ab.
Time this correctly. We can get in front of them. Lovely. Iveco.
Biege nach rechts.
I wonder if this is the head office one, or do they have like loads of them? I mean, if this is the home of Iveco, You'd think this would be the you'd be the head office, but anyway, here we are. We have plenty of time. Perfect. Visit the dealer. Right. So this is it. This is literally it. We're not even going to go for the. I mean, there are bigger models, obviously. I mean, you've got the Active Space Super, Active Space Highway. Well, I ended up with a Highway eventually. The Active Super, the Active Space Super, Stralis Highway, and I think I ended up with one of those. The Stralis. I didn't actually. I don't think I did. I think I just ended up with Highway. I can't remember anyway. So, but there's the Super Active. Yeah. So we're gonna go with what I was forced to buy when I first started the game, which is the lowest end of this thing. So this is the beast that I was forced to buy when I first started. Now, the thing I'm going to give myself as a little bonus here is I'm going to allow myself some paintwork and some internals. But otherwise, we're going to stick with stock, stock offers. Look at this. Oh, I can use the fleet thing now. Oh, that's cool. Right, we're going to stick with the stock, which is 310 brake horse. That's a lot of power. The 4x2. So basically 4 sets of tyres, 2-wheel drive, no 4-wheel drive available on this vehicle. Not a lot, got decent amount of fuel tanks, but as I say, I'm going to allow myself a paintwork, and I'm going to allow myself some other things. So I'm going to purchase this one. Can I purchase it? Can I configure it? There's configuration. There we are, configuration. Right. So I'm not going to allow myself any of these additions at all. So the only thing I'm allowing myself is some paintwork. Because this is what everybody else starts the game on. Some paintwork, because I can afford some paintwork. I love some things like this. Look at that. It's so brown, but it's not. It's amber glory. Look at that. I think I actually had mine in that colour before. I think my original gold one was in that colour. Some industrial-looking things. What we got here? Quite nice. Quite nice. That's the original one. I had an original truck. That's my Demon Transport look. Above and beyond. I'm looking for something interesting here from the colours. Don't really. These ones don't really strike me. Oh, go wild. Jungle print. Look at that. Just like my underwear. It's not, promise. Right, football-y sort of print. Rustic charm, it's like parquet floor, marvellous. Right, what else have we got in here? We've got that one's kind of cool. That's the kind of thing you have on a Ford Mustang, isn't it? You know, that sort of blue with white stripes or vice versa. Flash. Savior of the universe. Quite like that though. Meteor, quite like that too. This is that one we were on before, Metro, and then there was the Whirl, I think it was. So that Metro one was very the ice white kind of colour. That one there, quite like. We might fiddle with some of these ones. These are the retro ones, but they've got truck drive. That's so weird. There's a lot of patterny ones now we're getting into. The old Union Jack. Yeah, some Lithuanian ones, Russian one, metallic British flag. Oh, hang on though. Ooh, we have the opportunity to do a little bit of alteration here and make this. Oh. Does it work? We're making Turner's colours here. Don't tell them. I'm not sure about that on this truck though. Let's have a look at the next one. It needs to be subtle. Not that I do subtle. You know what I'm like. Never do subtle. Industrial. These are always quite nice, these ones. These industrial ones. A lot of colours to mess with on this one. So this is the bumper itself, which is quite nice. You could technically thump that into the oranges. However, I have to say the yellow's probably a better colour. Let's undo what I've just done then and do it again. There, in the yellow. But the greys themselves, they're quite nice because they're quite nice to play with. Look at this. Look at that. Bit of that. And a bit of... That's... A bit of black. It's like it's kind of mean, that. I'm not sure I want mean. Should we get the pinks? A bit of pink. Yeah, like that. What do you think? I don't think so. Let's get a look in the oranges. Oh, the yellows look quite nice. We'll get in the oranges, I think. We'll get in the oranges. Well, maybe not that orange, but how about that? I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Greens. Very dark green. It's very hard with the white to kind of balance this one. Or is it just like that? You know, as simple as that. And we just go with one colour of the whole thing. Oh, do you know something? You're watching me fiddle with colours here. It's not really. That's not fair. Stop fiddling. Stop fiddling. What other things are here? Oh, actually quite like that. Without any changes. Looks very old school. What's that? Canopy, it's called. 35,000 for that job, that paint job. I don't even want to change it. I like it. Well, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect to flick through. That's one of the latest ones. We've got caramel as well. Don't fancy caramel, but I do like canopy. I also quite like vision there as well, but that one I would change the colours on. I'm not sure about the colours on that one. Tribal, blade. I bought a few of these, by the way. It's just always to support the company. I'm going to go with that. Where's the green, though? Do I want to change the green a little bit? No, I don't. Not at all. That's somebody's actually gone really well with that styling. I like that on this. It's really nicely sort of wrapped around it. It looks really good. This particular truck with that style on looks good. Anyway, right, okay, let's do the inside quickly. Because I need to do my accessories on the inside. So I've said I can promise myself some accessories. So let's get the is there a bench up there? No. Literally can't get much on here. So let's get ourselves some Michelin sunglasses. Let's get ourselves a nice fancy air freshener. What else can we have? It's such a boring truck in that sense. Let's get ourselves a Goodyear bag, weekend bag. So like, there's a more expensive one. Yeah, let's get the more expensive one because it's bigger. On this chair, we'll get ourselves some. We don't want a teddy bear. We'll have our Goodyear bottle on the chair. Can't see the other one through that though. Let's put the bottle on there. And let's change this one to the smaller bag so we can see our Goodyear bottle. Can we get is there an Iveco? No, but not Goodyear. So Michelin. Why am I saying Goodyear? Michelin. Put some Michelin stuff on it. Let's have our pillow. There's Goodyear. Am I mixing these up? I'm mixing the Goodyear and Michelin. Oh, seriously, I might as well at this point. I made a mess of it. So let's mix them up. Let's just bung everything in. Look at that. Right. Okay. So I've got Goodyear, Michelin. I think Goodyear glasses. Right. Okay. What else we got? Quickly, the wheel, steering wheel standard. That's fine. One of those. We want bizarre looking thing, so I'm going to have the... Oh, actually, it's grey, this thing, isn't it? So let's go with grey. Why are there not more balls? More balls. That sounded wrong. Why are there not more of the changes there? Wow, look at this. So analog. So analog. Right, okay. Confirm. Let's purchase. Oh, bums. Arg! No space left in any of my garages. I've configured that. And I can't buy it. Ah! I can't believe I've just done that. Did you know I'd run out of spaces? I didn't know I'd run out of spaces. Do I have anything in... Hang on, is there any garages that I can get rid of a truck out of that aren't getting driven? Truck. Is there any trucks that aren't being driven? NA. In Stockholm. There's no driver in that. Let's just sell it. Let's sell that one. I didn't really want to do that, but I've sold it. It didn't actually do a lot of journey anyway. Look at that. It's barely driven any. Let's sell that one. Right, gone. Okay, now go back to the dealership. Quick, before the day's over. Oh my god, have I lost everything I configured? I have. Of course I have. Quick, but we know what it is. So canopy, right at the bottom. Canopy. Let's not mess around less. Let's mess around less in here. Let's just have some... Oh no, I'm changing my mind now. I've got to have the same thing. So I have the Goodyear mug on there. Right, on here. Not having the Michelin mug. I'll have the Goodyear bag. There. We'll have it all Goodyear. We'll have some water bottle. We'll have some more Goodyear. We'll have a nice blanket. Nice squared blanket. There's nothing we want on the back of there. That. One of those. And then on the steering wheel, quickly a chrome knob. No, actually we'll go with the carbon one. Good. Excellent. Let's go for it. Confirm. A little bit cheaper this time round. Purchase. Yes. We want it in Stockholm, isn't it? Miles away. Yeah. Okay. I'll select available slot. That one. Okay. Enjoy it. Your old one's been taken right away. Right, I'm in it. Am I in it? Yes, there we are, finally. Sorry about that. God, blooming ridiculous idiot that was. Very old school looking, this one. This one could be something from the 90s, to be honest with you, the way it looks. Look at that. It's pretty, though. Still pretty. Not got a lot of power, but it'll be fun to drive. I've not had one of these since the beginning of the game, so it's actually quite a nice sort of change of pace. I'm not going to be able to do the heavy loads there. There's just no way. Look at this. Wow, old school. No space at all. Look, a little bit of storage at the top there. That's my entertainment system. Don't even think they open, you know. They might do. There's a button, I think, in the centre of them. No buttons at all. Look at the buttons on the screen there. Look at that. Nothing at all. Where's the handbrake? It's there on the dash. There's the handbrake. Right, let's start this thing. Oh my god! It's like going back in time. LCD displays. Look for the time and the temperature. And I'll put the lights on as usual. Oh my god! I can't believe I chose one of these to start off with. It's not the best of choices because those mirrors, they're nice. They're there, but it's actually quite an enclosed cab. The Actros is probably a nicer vehicle for sort of starting off the game with. I think. I had somebody posting because I think my first video was like I've got myself a Stralis kind of thing. Oh, my first truck, and somebody just put Iveco for the win. I thought that was quite funny actually on YouTube. It's like I was like, yeah, okay, fair enough. I'll let you have that. Iveco for the win is fair enough. So, yeah, not nice looking truck, but quite. I would say quite dated. Maybe that's what I'm looking at here. I mean, it's nice to see the mirror on the side there, so you can see where you're going there. Mirror down there to look at the front of your truck. On the side window, you won't have one here because you can look down there. You see. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Right, quickly. Let's see if we can find a. A very quick job that doesn't take us very long, but just to have a little run with this little beast that we've got here. The return to form. I do need to get another garage now though, so we need to find a very short run. That's the shortest run it's got, typically. 15 tons. It's 5 hours. It's 5 hours 28. What are you talking about? 5 hours. 5 hours. 3 hours. Honestly, let's see. Price per mile. To Austria. 1,000 miles to Portugal. That would be interesting. What is it? Just in time or anything like that? Important delivery. When's that for? It's got to be there by Monday. It's Friday at the moment, which means that you've got, based on that, you've got one decent stop in the middle of it, or at least one stop. One stop. 8 hours. I'm trying to work out the math here. I'm trying to do the math. Travel for a bit now. Distance is 25 hours, but you got 2 stops in it, so that's 48 hours onto there. Oh, because I'd have to stop because I'm not going to run massive length of time because my truck's I've already done 3 hours worth of driving this far. Could be an interesting run though. Where am I going though? I've lost track of where I'm going. Okay, was it going upwards again? Verona. I was meant to be over here, look, because this is Germany needs dealt with. Sorry, German jobs. Of course there isn't. Oh. Lost track of where I need to be. Let's do the plastics to Verona, and then we can try and get back up into Germany because that's ridiculous. I was hoping that would stick with that. Florence is a nice journey, but I'm not doing it. Let's use plastics. Let's set the GPS and go there. Yes, nice. It's just literally across the road. Oh, listen to that. That's an angry engine. Oh, the clonk of a less sophisticated machine. A less sophisticated machine. A machine with oh, bums, gone the wrong way.
Biege nach links ab.
Made a mistake there. Went the wrong way. And a clonk of a more of a sort of bygone age in comparison to the more modern machines. Yeah, 2 kilometres. I've just given myself a little bit of a journey here to do. Tell you what, there's no lean on this truck at all. That MAN truck, which is very, very manoeuvrable, had lots of lean on it. This truck, you know, you're putting a bit of power onto it, you're turning a corner quite tightly, and it's not leaning at all.
Biege nach links ab.
Brakes are good. Yeah, there's no lean on this. This just is quite a rigid truck in comparison. It's got an angry, throaty engine as well. I still think the Actros is one of my favourite. The Mercedes Actros was sound. But this isn't bad. I'm not even sure why I chose Iveco when I first chose the game, to be honest. I think it's because it was different. It's just kind of me, realistically. I like sometimes different. That's just where I came from, by the way. Different is sometimes better. Bounce over the curb. Look in the mirror at top. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Right, okay. Let's choose this Verona job, and we'll take it to Verona. Verona. Take the job.
Vorsichtig.
Let's take the job. Right, okay, it's right in front of us, right there. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Right, I'll spin this thing round. Is that fabric, do you think, on there? Or do you think it's plasticated, sort of, to look like fabric? Don't know. It's like somebody's put sparkles on it. Right. Spin yourself round. Okay. Same as before. Horseshoe-shaped thing. Right there in the back. Onto the pin at the bottom of this truck, of this trailer here, which is sort of dangling down. You can kind of see it by the strut of the leg, but sort of see it. But anyway, this is our Iveco Stralis. You know it's a Stralis because it's written all over the front of it. So 7 tons of used plastic, I think it is.
Lass uns loslegen.
And it's in first time round. Lovely, 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 lovely. Right, let's press the T button. As I say, looks very. For me, this truck looks very, very retro. It's like somebody's just retroed this one right up. It's just in case you don't know it's Stralis, by the way, it's written across the front. So just in case you weren't sure it was Stralis. 7 tons, throaty 310 brake horsepower, just sort of pulling forward there. Throaty noises. It's making growling noises, growling at me.
Biege nach links ab.
Oh, I thought you were going to let me out there. I thought you were going to be kind. Not kind at all. Up the pavement, down the pavement. There, look at that. Ooh, a bit dirty down there, actually. Look at that. Proper dirty. Mucky down the back there. Rocks and sort of dry. I think it's just dry and messy, realistically. Well, it looks like an old workhouse of some sort. Look at that. The whole game's gone retro. We dropped back in time. I think that would be kind of cool. I still think that's a cool feature. Would be a cool feature of the game. I know there's a lot of modders out there and whatever else is, but there's certain things. I'm sure they must have people sort of discuss this. I know a lot of people play the trucks online thing, and it's very popular. And I've even watched some of the videos myself, but. There are things I would love to see. Some of the older trucks, but maybe the people doing the trucks don't want to show off their older trucks. They want to show their newer trucks. But there must be a bit for vintage in there. You know, doing vintage trucks or something like that. That would be kind of cool. You've got to admit, so that would be an excellent thing, just for fun. And I mean, and there's also some room for, as I say, those special missions. Maybe they're downloadable content, but there's something that needs to be done with those things. So anyway, down the bottom right corner, we're going to get it at 8:59 p.m. It's 344 kilometers, 5 hours and 22 minutes, and that's how long we're going to be driving for. The nose is full of feeling not very well. Well, it's not actually. It's feeling fine. It's just very stuffed. Or I feel fine anyway. Oh, listen to that throaty machine. Oh, look at that. Up to 80 kilometers we can do next. Oh, there is background music. I just can't hear it. It's very quiet.
Bitte rechts halten.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to turn shortly. I'm struggling with speed already. Just 7 tons worth on the back. And we're speeding. Yeah, no, we're drifting down though. Checking the mirrors. No. Oh, is he letting me on? Oh god, that was close. You're checking that top mirror, which is the one that faces downwards. That was close. That was very close indeed. God, those mirror, that dash though. That's all the analog stuff. That's like using up whatever's left on the production line. There's a Tesla anyway. Touch that with a truck, it explodes. Only kidding. Don't want Elon sending the boys round to break both my legs. Okay. We're on E64. That's the road we're on. E64. Passing E-acres. Through the Italian scenery. Oh, listen to that machine. Powering through the countryside.
Demnächst rechts abbiegen.
It's a machine. Look at that. No, not even a GPS with this machine. Can't even see where you're going. I'm glad I put that back on because I was about to drive past it. Yeah, no GPS on this brute. Old school, this one. Nowadays, you put a mobile phone on the dash, on the screen, wouldn't you? On the side of your you know, little component down there. Rather like the idea of those magnetic ones. Well, actually, I got one for the work van, a magnetic style one, so that you can put your mobile on it. It's quite a good idea, actually. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving the mountains as well. They're beautiful. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Tell you the one game I'm looking forward to though, simulator wise, I'm talking about trucks, is the one for the Australian one. I think it's called World Trucks Australia, and they're creating it. I know there's a demo out at the moment. I think I mentioned this before, but there's a demo out at the moment. But this is like road trains. So this is like 10 sort of trailers on the back of a wow, what's that? Just a silo, but it just looks cool. 10 trailers on the back of a truck going through Australia. I assume it's just a straight line, but it's got to be fun. I'm sure it is, even if it's a straight line. But they've got hundreds of miles to go, basically. Thousands of miles, in fact. Hundreds and thousands of... Well, not hundreds of thousands, but thousands of miles to drive across Australia. And I'm quite looking forward to that one. It just something about it just looks like it's going to be good. There we go. It's a beautiful run. Look at that, through the countryside. Wow. Got the cruise control locked in. It says at the centre of the dash there, you can't miss it. 69. We've got 69. We've got set for that. It was just pure fluke. Oh my god, there's a burnt out car. Well, thankfully we're not on that bit of the road. You thought there would have been a policeman flagging me through on this side, though. Clearly not, though. Hang on, quick. I thought it was somewhere exciting for a minute there. It's not. It's just the road I hadn't been on. It's fine. I thought for a minute there it was worth the detour, but not. I didn't even put my hazard lights on there. Just pulled up to a halt. If there's anybody behind me, they've just come to a... Yep, sorry about that. Sorry, peoples. Just pulled up in front of you. This is like naked driving nowadays when you haven't got a GPS on. This is what I do a lot. I like quite... Because I'm old school now, I learned with maps, you know, the way you actually physically had a map that used to do it. I'm kind of used to driving without a GPS. Quite frequently do drive without a GPS. They're very handy, don't get me wrong, especially when you go somewhere you haven't been before. But there's no accounting for common sense when it comes to finding stuff. Sorry. Good job he'd stopped, because I was coming right out there.
Nimm diese Ausfahrt.
Sun in the sky, by the way. Look at it. It's getting lower. Just a speck in the mirror. Very cool.
Bitte links halten.
Bit of links hiding, yeah. Go right. Stick on the right, she says. That's the one. Wow, what a reduction in speed. From the Frenchman in front, because I can see the F on his car, and I've never noticed that before. Bigger monitor, you see. You can see the detail. Or bigger TV, should I say, because it needs to do my retro stuff as well, you see. It's one of the cheapy ones you kind of get from Argos. Well, I say cheap, it's not that cheap. At least it's got a brand name on it, so at least at least you get the warranty with it. It's not like some. I used to buy those ones when my kids were little. I used to smash electronics, so there was no point in buying expensive electronics. We learned that very quickly on when my daughter decided to slap the screen because Dora the Explorer had said, "Where is something?" and she decided that she would show Dora the Explorer exactly where it was, and slapped the screen and split the. At the time, it was liquid crystal. Split the liquid crystal, and it all ran down like blood on the screen. It's quite unbelievable, really. What was that noise? Like cars overtaking. It was like. So yeah, we learnt very early on not to buy expensive things anymore. I remember we ran a 42-inch 40-inch telly for years. It was a brand that you've never heard of, Digihome. Brilliant. Yeah, it was full HD, but it was, you know, when everybody else was getting screens that were like, say, 3 or 4 centimeters thick, a couple of inches. Mine was 10 inches thick. It was just like an old school teller. It's just ridiculous. It's like the thickest thing ever. But it had loads of inputs and it worked. The quality was crap. There was no contrast really. You couldn't pick out the details on things particularly well. But this thing lasted for about 15 years, to be honest, before it finally gave up the ghost, and we traded it in. And at that point, of course, the price of televisions has dropped dramatically. So the 200 quid telly we bought 15 years ago for 40-inch, which is kind of unheard of, was kind of the price you pay nowadays for something from LG or even Samsung. So we bought an LG as a replacement, a 43-inch LG in 4K. For the same money. It's unbelievable, isn't it, how technology changes and the costs come down with things sometimes. Unbelievable. Right, I should have a telepass in this thing by default. We'll find out. If I don't, we'll be reversing. So, telepass. It's usually fitted on the front of the dash, but I don't see one here. But we'll give it a try anyway. For the pure hell of it. Yeah, it must have one built in by default. I'm sure Bobson said you used to have to buy them from like an add-on, but you don't now, it seems. It's a bit of a shame because that mechanic of stopping to pay for your toll, it's kind of wasted, isn't it? You don't get to enjoy that with that. You know, whoever invented that mechanic of sort of stopping, paying for your toll, they must be like really so disappointed about the fact that they can't do that. He forcing the power through this truck. Plasticated doors and plastic everywhere. Just keep the cost down. Keep this at 100,000. Don't hit me. Well, I thought he was going to for a minute there. Oh, it might hit me if I drift over like that anymore. Okay, bed's going very blue, by the way. We've only got 132 kilometres to go, though. So we are on the way. Set the cruise control at 85 kilometres an hour. See if that can help us out a little bit here. See if I can get there a bit faster. Been to marble mines in Italy. That was quite nice. 122 kilometres. 1 hour and 50 minutes. My wife's painting the fence today. She decides she's going to go paint the fence. That's her thing to do. While the kids have a little lie-in. Nothing wrong with that. Bit of peace and quiet. You'll know. If you have children, you'll know. You'll know. Sometimes you want a little bit of peace and quiet is a great thing. Not that they're problematic. Just a bit of peace and quiet. However, it was quite funny. We went out briefly yesterday. It was my son's birthday on the middle of the week, and we took him out for a meal last night. Just a nice meal, sort of whatever else is. But he can't sit still. He has to go to the loo up and down regularly. So my wife took him the first time, and unfortunately he's getting a bit big to go in the ladies. So she kind of knocks on the gents to check nobody's there, and then goes in and takes him to the loo in there. But there was a chap in last time round, or chap came in after her, and she said, oh, I'm really sorry, he's got autism, whatever else it is. So I said, well, I'll take him the next time round when he was wanting to go again before the food arrived, which is fine, not a problem at all. So I said, right, I'll take him, fine, absolutely fine. So I get hold of him for sort of to take him again and go on into the lavatory. But we're behind somebody, a chap with his little son, and by little son, he's teeny. We get into the loo, and there's only one little cubicle where my son wants to go. And he just pushes in, because he's got autism, he just doesn't care. He's like straight in there, and I'm then apologising for him barging in the way. I mean, the chap was fine about it, and I said, I'm really sorry, he's got autism, he's just got to, he just wants to go to the loo, basically. So the chap was really understanding. That's really nice, actually. The world to some extent has changed a little bit. I don't know if anybody was understanding back in the day, maybe, but certainly they were then, and he let him go to the loo. But then, of course, he had to mess around, and I'm like, come on, George, this poor man wants to let his little boy go to the loo. So, yeah, it was fine. But so they're having a little lie-in from their fairly late night out, sort of, whatever else is. It's fine after that, though. I mean, once the meal was started, he forked his way through the meal, and he ate things, and he enjoyed his meal, and of course before we went, he had to go to the loo just one last time, just in case it had changed or disappeared. I'm sure that's what he thinks happens. I think somebody steals the lavatory for the fun of it, but nobody steals it. Nobody steals it. Right. I think I'm in the wrong lane here. It's really dark, isn't it? It's the sort of dusk is kind of coming here. Keep forgetting about Italian things. They don't have lanes like. They're better because they don't fork off where you have to go left or right. Realistically, wow, look at that. My point of view, by the way, it's like I've never seen a dusk before in the game. It just seems to be coming down beautifully on the screen here. The colours are so vivid. Very vivid. Little gulp of coffee, tiny bit before we finish. Yeah, we need to get back up in Germany, I think. If we hang around long enough, to be honest with you, the new Balkans will open shortly. It's got to be an achievement for doing every city in the game. Has to be. I bet it probably puts me in the top 1-2% probably for doing that. I would have thought. Here we go. 19 kilometres to go. Verona. Hey, Verona. It's usually hey, Chihuahua. And round we go. 40 kilometres an hour. Yeah. I'll let that drift down. just slowly as we go through the toll gates. As we make our way into Verona. The one in front of us is the telepass, because there's no... It's green, but there's no... there's no tolly stoppy bit. €31 for travelling that distance. I love the way I just let my company run, by the way. My drivers are just getting on with whatever they're doing. By themselves, just, you know... When you're early on in the game, I think there's more interest in them, but as it progresses, you kind of... And you sort of, I mean, I'm at 11.8 million euros. You don't really have to worry too much about money. I mean, when I wanted to buy a new truck there, that wasn't even an issue. Cost me money flogging that one truck, though, unfortunately.
Biege nach rechts ab.
I've had quite a request to do more... Bus Simulator 18. Somebody's been watching my videos and they sent a message, well, where's all the Bus 18 gone? So I might have to give that a blast. Not this week, though. Not this week. American Truck Simulator for you all. I've got seriously limited time. You know, my wife often calls it my second job doing this. And I do put as much effort as I can in. I know they're not all trimmed and cut and all this kind of stuff like the more professional out there, but at the same time, I do enjoy doing them, and I don't mind doing the sort of the long runs that they are. But as I say, it's fitting it all in. And American Truck Simulator, because it's sort of second in my sort of truck driving thing. This is really my primary truck driving game. It steps to one side occasionally. This is going to be a good parking one. There we go. Top mirror there I was using to look where I was at. This is going to be one of these little ones where it's around the back. Yeah, fun. This could be quite easy though, because it depends on what's parked around the corner. So let's have a little look. Proceed towards the red flag. I will. Right. So it depends what's parked around here. Depends on what's left there. So the easiest way to do this is to cut in quickly, and cut very close to the wall. So I can actually see that in the mirror up there. See the mirror at the top there? I can actually see the edge of this wall in there, like that. So I'm quite close to it when I'm coming through. Not as close as I thought it was, but I'm close. And then I can... And I'm going to go a little bit across. And then I'm going to come straight, if I can. Perfect. And if you look, again, using the space as suggested by Mark Middleton, using that space has allowed me plenty of manoeuvring space. And because I like to look over my left-hand shoulder, I think it is, out the window, this kind of adjusts the way that I can do that. So that makes life a little easier for me as a person who goes over that shoulder. And this should be perfect. Absolutely spot on. Perfect parking from my point of view. Lovely. Wind off that trailer. And a little bit of cash. Not massive amounts. As I say, not earth-shattering, but perfect timing. And first run for the Stralis. Yep, it's a nice vehicle, this one. I'm going to go with this one here, because we've not been here before. Look, this one that we need to visit this one. Kilometre away. We're going to go to this one for our sleeping time. Hopefully it's not another murder hotel, but you never know. There's a lot of murder hotels in Italy, it seems. It's too dangerous. Not even the Bates Motel. Where was that filmed? Psycho. I know it's been filmed in the States, obviously, but where in the States? And if that's the case, I would have had so much fun with that. I would have done a Bates Motel, right, in the game of American Truck Simulator. I definitely would have done. I would have been like all over that. I'm going to force my way out here. There we go. I would have done that. Definitely. A Bates Motel would have been awesome for that. Would have been a brilliant idea. And no, I'm not buying that garage. I know I need another one, but I need to find a better place for one.
Biege nach links ab.
Probably Milan was a good place, wasn't it? But no, I think I've already got 2 Italian. Wow. Okay. It was a bit excessive in the old movement. Yeah, but Milan seems like a good place. Here we go. Here's my destination. It's just a normal hotel this time round. Hotel. Lovely. Thank you. In we go. Oh, dunk dunk. Lovely. Well, nice place to stay for the night, though. There's plenty of monuments and things like that. I think if it's your own company and you're trampling around and you maybe not got any family commitments, it's probably quite nice as a trucker because, you know, picking and choosing your jobs and stuff like that and working your way around. Lovely. There's me and my retro truck next to all these really fancy ones, and there's just me with my little retro-y truck. Right, let's push the button. Let's sleep for a bit. We'll get up in the morning. 6 a.m. Beautiful sun coming through. Our Stralis looking glorious in that mid-morning sun. It's massive tanks on it, by the way. Huge tanks. Loads of fuel. More fuel than you can ever need. And that's sort of that. You know, for me, that's a really 70s scheme of paintwork. I really like that. I quite like that. Anyway, I've been your host, Realty 19, and thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye now.